Call of Duty has just updated their blog post for Ricochet, so we're going to go over everything that is new with the anti-cheat and see whether or not it is going to make a difference in the game or not so much. So before we get into it, I just want to ask you guys, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and go follow my Twitch because we're going to be doing a bunch of Verdansk streams when the game comes back. So do me that favor, twitch.tv/justraratoman. Link is down in the comments section, and maybe go check out my audio app. It is going to be updated 24 hours or within 24 hours of the brand new Verdansk launch, and we have been literally pumping out the craziest tunes because everyone's headset is different. So right now we have 11 different audio tunes that make footsteps so much louder and make the game so much better. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we have here the actual update, and it's for Season 3. So, anti-cheat update, Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone Season 3. Season 3 is around the corner bringing new content. Alright, we don't have to worry about that. Progress report, Season 3 agenda, read on for details. Shutdowns in action, Season 3 security, reporting and UI updates, limited matchmaking, ranked play update, taking on teaming, account linking changes, and community questions. So, there's a lot in this. Shutdowns in action. You may have heard that a few cheat developers and resellers are closing up shop. Since Black Ops 6 launched, our roadmap has been on the offensive and disrupt the cheating marketplace. In that time, over 20 cheat makers and dozens of cheat resellers are out of business due to these efforts, and we're not slowing down. Which I definitely have seen a bunch of stuff about, you know, big cheat providers like Phantom Overlay and all these other ones shutting down, and they are all true. Team Ricochet has issued over 228,000 bans since Black Ops 6 was released. We removed 23% of the cheaters before they played their first match. These are strong wins for the game, but there's always more, and we could do better. Now, I'm going to say this. They might boast 228,000 bans before they even got to play the game, 23% before they got to play the game. I'm going to tell you right now, playing ranked is a nightmare right now, so I'm hoping, you know, there's actual big changes to the anti-cheat because I jump into ranked and people are spin botting, which is when they just spin around and aimbot everybody. It is really bad. And they are master prestiges. So you might say 23%, you know, before their first match. Those must be really bad cheats because these guys are going insane. Season 3 security. As an additional layer to existing anti-cheat processes, we're launching a brand new system in Season 3. For security reasons, we can't give too many details. However, we will publish another Ricochet progress report in the release window of Season 3 Reloaded to detail the results. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. Several of our current systems are getting big updates this Season 2, including our aimbot detections and our machine learning systems that analyze game replays to identify suspicious gameplay for human enforcement. Reporting and UI updates. Reporting made by players in-game are important to our anti-cheat efforts. However, we found that many of these reports have been inaccurate in situations where the killing player might have had an intel advantage, such as perks or recon scout, or when having the advantage of a spy cam live ping. Over 60% of received cheater reporting in Call of Duty has been against console players. For example, console cheating is possible, but our data has consistently shown it represents an extremely low population of detected cheaters when compared to PC, which means that this large volume of cheater reports are inaccurate, even if kill cams may have had it seem like the player was cheating. Now, I totally believe this, because when guys like Bad Boy Beeman and Call of Shame exist, you know, they are some of the worst players. They're going to think everybody's cheating, and they're going to pollute minds of people who are a little more simple and are going to believe that everybody's cheating. And so anything and everything that shoots better than them must be cheating. So this makes sense to me. To help resolve this, the team is making critical updates to the kill cam to help demystify gunfights and increase an accuracy of player reports. In Season 3, our studios are bringing a big update to the UI, which we know. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Comment yawn if I'm making you yawn. Current and new recap details in the kill cam widget include list of attackers, affected live ping, affected by UAV, affected by unsuppressed weapon. Yes, we knew all this. Okay, limited matchmaking. This goes for you guys who are stuck in the shadowban loop. We've seen questions about the Call of Duty's limited matchmaking referred as shadowban lobbies by players, so we want to provide some background on its purpose. Limited matchmaking is a necessary part of the system as an immediate reaction to the detection of suspicious activity. Limited matchmaking allows accounts to continue to play matches online in a separate pool from standard matchmaking as our team examines. Being placed in limited matchmaking doesn't signal someone is a confirmed cheater, but an alarm was raised that requires examination. There are several ways an alarm can be tripped, including major change in account behaviors, or if a brand new account is dropping improbable stats, to name a few. Now, I'm going to just say that's cap. First off, we know for a fact, and we've tested this, that if you report a player and you spam report them, right, in the past, it would pop up Ricochet next to their name when they get kicked, which means they're shadow banned. It did not confirm that they are permabanned. Then, if they get shadow banned and you don't see that in game, but they get shadow banned later on because you reported them, you also get a confirmation that that player was shadow banned. And people have tested this. So, they do give confirmations that people are shadow banned, and it kind of gives the false alarm that you caught them, right? So maybe get rid of that if they're not permabanned. Only give that confirmation if they're caught cheating. So now, players invited to your party also impact the matchmaking pool you're placed in. If one person in a party has their account in limited matchmaking, for example, the entire party will be forced to play in limited matchmaking. This is intentional, so matchmaking adjustments can't be circumvented. However, now I'm going to add this, they can circumvent it. And that's because cheaters have been able to shut off shadow bans. That's one. Number two, if you are a legit player and you are shadow banned, all you need to do is play with someone who has streamer mode and is whitelisted. And that's been proven. People who are shadow banned can go play with a whitelisted account, and I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen it happen where these players jump into lobbies with whitelisted accounts and they are no longer shadow banned. In fact, you'll see them on Twitter asking, does anyone have a whitelisted account? So that's a common thing as well. Accounts in limited matchmaking make up less than 0.15% of the entire population in Black Ops 6, Call of Duty Warzone, but partying up can expand the overall pool. All right. Now, that being said, I could show you literally on my Twitter, right? If I go back to my post from, let's see, right here, you could see a lot of the complaints are people saying that they are shadow banned, that they are stuck in the loop. All right. This tweet, been stuck in limited matchmaking for Black Ops 6 campaign, multiplayer, and Warzone for 5 months. 5 months. I don't think it takes 5 months to figure out if someone's cheating or not. Did they fix the shadow ban? No more shadows? Until shadow bans are fixed, I refuse to accept the words fixed Ricochet. There are a lot of people saying, does this mean shadows are fixed? And we'll see if they say something more about it, but so far it's sounding like they're here to stay. Not a great thing. Because all it takes is for the shadow ban to shadow ban you in campaign, and you are stuck in the loop for months. Major update we launched in Season 2 was speeding up the account review process. 5 months, by the way. If an account is removed from limited matchmaking after an investigation, it doesn't mean they can't be examined again for suspicious activity, but this recent change was targeted to reduce the time accounts are in limited matchmaking. This is the start of communication around this topic, and we'll discuss other planned updates in the future blogs. I don't love this answer, but it does sound like they're trying to say that they are going to be lowering the possibility of you getting stuck in the loop. But I don't know. Comment down below what you think. Encountering a cheater in ranked play is not only a frustrating experience, but it often results in costs of important SR. negatively impacting your seasonal rank progress. In Season 3, the team will be introducing a new system to help counter this frustration and reverse the impact a banned cheater had on SR. When a ranked player cheater is banned, anyone that recently defeated in ranked play will receive SR refund for those matches. To start, we will examine the last 2 weeks of matches, but we will continue to monitor if this timing needs to be adjusted. So, it sounds like they're going to go back the last 2 weeks. Interesting. Hopefully. And then maybe I'll be iridescent. Players who we detect playing with cheaters may have SR for those wins taken away. Good. This process will be live for Black Ops 6 Ranked shortly after Season 3's launch, and similar system will be for Call of Duty Warzone when Ranked play is live. We'll also perform a leaderboard scrub before Season 2 ends to remove any accounts that earned SR illegitimately, such as from boosting. Good. Taking on teaming. Intentionally working with opponents to grief other squads and or boost your account is teaming. Good. And it's against Call of Duty conduct. This isn't a new tactic, but we've seen it happening more often in recent weeks, especially with console ranked. Today, our team has issued a ranked play specific ban wave to all accounts we've detected and verified their teaming. Great. SR and leaderboard placements for those accounts will be wiped. Anyone detected teaming will be restricted from ranked play in Black Ops 6. Account linking changes. This is interesting. In a proactive effort to protect our players, we're adjusting account linking shortly after the launch of Season 3. Any account that links a new platform may be required to complete a new security challenge to verify that they are in control of the account. Failure to complete this challenge will block gameplay on that platform. Players will see an in-game notification if this occurs, locking gameplay on the new platform until the authentication has been completed. Okay, so essentially, you will not be able to play unless you can finish this challenge, whatever that is. If you receive an email notification about a platform link or login you did not initiate, go to callofduty.com to log in immediately. Yeah, normal 2FA and all that. Community questions. You've said spam reporting does not impact players' account status. Is that true? Okay, before we even get into that, clearly they lied about that. Because if they didn't, they would have never have added the spam report block into Warzone. If you guys don't know, you can no longer spam report. So the only way to spam report is to have your whole team report one time now. Still works, but before that, you would just sit there reporting over and over and over, and the person would get shadow banned. Whether it's in-game or if it's a cheat developer creates a hack to submit 10,000 reports, spam reporting does nothing. Subsequent reports provide no additional information. Yeah, that's a lie. We've seen it happen. You already told us someone seems fishy. Submitting the same report again doesn't add more detail. In fact, spamming reports beyond malicious reporting being against our policy reduces the trust we have in the future from reports from an account that may result in punitive measures. What has been done following any false positives of the anti-cheat enforcement? Our team is always examining our systems for accuracy. If over the course of these examinations we discover an account action was not warranted, it will be rolled back, which they have undid bans like my own. So it does make sense that they do that. How often leaderboards being purged of cheaters? Anytime an account is banned from Call of Duty, their records on the leaderboards will be purged in response. These removals are generally immediate. However, there may be some delay based on timing alongside other updates. I guess more so, like, this is not answering the question. What people are really saying is, can you act faster? And they said, we've detailed only some of the updates and upgrades coming next week, but there is much more to come in the roadmap, including new systems and ongoing targeting of cheat developers and resellers. See you on Verdansk. Now, I will add, if you go to my profile, as of today, multiple unlock tools have been discontinued or paused, which is great news for COD. This is including Rut Unlocker and 7 Fusion. Gotta give it to COD on this one. This is all coming out before the anti-cheat update with only server-side updates. And this is only the beginning, which is a big thing. It's a big deal. because now they're able to detect people cheating by using server-side, not just kernel anti-cheat. If we have a full server-side anti-cheat and a kernel anti-cheat, it's going to be hard for them to cheat. So let's hope this is going to be more than just unlock tools. But that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below if you think this is going to make a difference or not. I feel like there's a lot more needed, but maybe they're withholding some of that information to, you know, surprise cheaters. I don't know. But I'll see you guys in the next video.